the ability to have somebody who is kind of epitomizes what you think your country stands for has always been a major ambition. And it's a huge advantage if you have somebody who can be recognized as that, and not just in your country, but around the world.
For decades, Princess Anne has been known for her reserved nature. But at 73, she has finally chosen to lay it all on the line, revealing the one person she's truly despised more than anyone else. So who managed to get under Princess Anne's skin for most of her life? And what caused this deep-rooted grudge? Stick with us as we dive into this shocking story behind the person she dislikes the most. But before we get into the big reveal, let's take a moment to explore the life of Princess Anne and discover what makes her such a unique force in the royal family. Princess Anne, she was born on August 15, 1950, at Clarence House. As the only daughter of Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, Duke of Edinburgh, she was born third in line for the throne, with her older brother, Charles, ahead of her. But when her grandfather passed away in 1952 and her mother ascended to the throne, Anne found herself elevated to second place. From an early age, she was known for her unshakable sense of duty. While Charles and Andrew would grab the headlines, Anne was quietly getting things done, fully embracing her royal duties. You can get the idea from the fact that she officially started her royal service at the age of 18. And no, it wasn't just a teenage passion that fizzled away with time. In fact, her love for service grew even stronger after completing education at Benetton School. Fast forward to 1987, and she was awarded the title of Princess Royal, a lifetime honor she still holds. Though she grew up surrounded by royal privilege, Anne's focus has always been on the job at hand, leaving behind a legacy of loyalty, hard work, and service to both crown and country. In fact, she has famously said that duty's not about the clothes you wear, but the life you live. Honestly, both the royals and the public are well aware of her inclination for something substantial over style. And it's easy to see why. With a relentless schedule that would leave most people exhausted, Anne holds the royal record for most official engagements in a year. Around 500 appearances annually. Yep, that's more than one event per day. From charity visits to cutting ribbons on news facilities, and even representing the Queen at major state functions, her calendar stays packed. Now, despite such a tight schedule, she's not in it for fame or applause. Ever since her public debut at 18, she has always been about work. For instance, take Save the Children. Anne doesn't just show up to shake hands and smile for photos. In fact, she rolls up her sleeves and gets involved, even traveling to some of the world's toughest places to see the impact with her own eyes. Trust me, I'm not exaggerating. You see, her humanitarian efforts even earned her a nomination for the Nobel Peace Prize in 1990, when she was only 39, for her work with Save the Children. A royal with a Nobel nomination? Talk about dedication. So without a doubt, her advocacy for vulnerable children around the globe has made a huge impact. She summed it up best in a BBC interview where she admitted her love for the people, a love that fuels her hands-on approach to helping disadvantaged children. Moving on, another thing that made her likable in public is her razor-sharp wit and dry humor, which sets her apart from the royal family's reserved image. She's not afraid to bring some personality to her public appearances, making her both relatable and respected. But of course, even Anne can't stay out of controversies. Here's where things get interesting. How does she manage all the family drama while staying true to herself? Well, let's talk about how she holds her integrity with the constant media attention. Princess Anne's reservations. Frankly speaking, the general public's obsession with royal controversies is like a never-ending soap opera. Whether it's tabloid gossip or social media frenzy, every single move made by royal family members gets dissected under a microscope. But have you ever wondered why some royals seem to be at the center of attention more than others? Well, the answer might surprise you. You know, the dynamics of public perspective surrounding British royals are shaped by a number of factors such as personal choices, media portrayal, and of course, everyone's sky-high expectations. So yeah, even those born into the most prestigious family in the world aren't immune to scandal, criticism, or public scrutiny. Scandals, off-the-cuff remarks, divorces. These moments have all played their part in shaping how the royals are viewed by the public today. Now imagine maintaining your personal freedom while also carrying the weight of representing an ancient institution. Of course, it's a tricky thing to balance. And only a few have pulled it off as gracefully as Princess Anne. One of her most iconic moments came in 1974 when she was just 23. She survived an assassination attempt while heading home from a charity event with her then-husband, Captain Mark Phillips. Ian Ball, the attacker, ambushed their VAR, shooting her security guard and chauffeur, and even wounding a journalist who rushed in to help. Ball had planned to kidnap Anne and demand a £2 million ransom. And Anne's legendary response? Not bloody likely. In that moment, she showed everyone how cool she could be under pressure to protect herself and her family. Speaking of family, it's clear that she has a strong love for her nephews, Prince William and Harry. That's why it's so intriguing to imagine what she might think of their choices, especially Prince Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle. Obviously, the media loves to speculate, but what's really going through Anne's mind? Hold on to that thought, because the royal drama is just getting started. Meghan Markle. If you have been keeping up with the British royals, you would know that Meghan Markle has been anything but a conventional royal. Before she traded her acting career for a royal turtle, Meghan was making waves on the hit TV show Suits and with her humanitarian efforts. You can say that her romance with Prince Harry was like a modern fairy tale. The couple broke royal tradition and celebrated diversity as Meghan became the first biracial woman to join the royal family. But as everyone knows, even fairy tales have their darker chapters. So Meghan's story got caught up in the complexities of royal life. The drama really kicked off when Meghan and Harry decided to step back from their senior royal roles in early 2020, a move that was famously dubbed by the media as Megxit. And you bet this decision rocked the monarchy and sparked endless debates about the future of the royal family. When Harry and Meghan first announced their engagement, you could tell that the actress was excited about her new royal role. Like, she was ready to leave her acting career and fully immerse herself in the UK. In fact, she eagerly spoke about her plans in an interview with ABC, revealing that her passion for engagement with humanitarian causes had always been her driving force. Interestingly, she also admitted that she had never done much research on Harry's family. Well, one thing was evident from the start. Princess Anne wasn't quite thrilled with Meghan. Deborah Davies pointed out that Anne, much like her father Philip, saw through Meghan's charm. Their dislike was clearly visible at the royal wedding of Meghan and Harry, where Anne's facial expressions spoke volumes. You see, Meghan's entertainment career and American background had a stark contrast with the traditional royal norms, fueling rumors that she was a disruptor in the palace. Anne's discontent became even more apparent during Prince Philip's funeral in April 2021, where Meghan, who was pregnant with her daughter Lilibet, was absent. The royal family, it seems, was quietly relieved to avoid what they feared could become a media circus. The media frenzy intensified with Meghan's explosive interview with Oprah Winfrey, where she revealed feelings of isolation, lack of institutional support, and troubling conversations about her son's skin color. Of course, these revelations sparked global conversations. Anne's initial doubts about Meghan's place in the royal family seem to have been spot on. According to royal commentator Neil Sean, Anne advised Meghan to view royal life as a duty rather than a quest for fame, a piece of advice that reportedly left Meghan stunned. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II in September 2022 led to a brief, intense reunion between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the royal family. Meghan Markle's journey through the British royal family has been anything but straightforward. And if you think Meghan's royal rift was a standalone drama, think again. Princess Anne's tensions didn't end with Meghan. She also had a notable feud with Princess Diana. To be honest, the lack of engagement between Princess Anne and Princess Diana was visible from the very first day. While Diana captivated the world with her charm and warmth, Anne remained a symbol of royal tradition and duty. Well, Diana was more than just a pretty face. She had a genuine and empathetic approach that resonated deeply with people. Her efforts to raise awareness about HIV/AIDS and her passionate anti-landmine campaigns made her a humanitarian icon, and her relatable nature helped cement her legacy as a beloved royal. Still, behind the scenes, the harmony between Diana and Anne was far from perfect. You see, Diana's charismatic approach was always at odds with Anne's traditionalist stance. Without a doubt, Diana seemed to be always in the media spotlight, while Anne preferred to stay grounded in her royal duties. According to inside sources, Anne wasn't quite fond of Diana's likeness for fashion-forward choices and her knack for drawing media attention to her charitable work. What's more, the tension became even more serious when it came to the matter of godparenting. Diana's decision to sideline Anne in favor of other choices for her children's godparents, despite Charles's support for Anne, further fueled the differences. Diana's decision to have Prince Andrew as godfather to Prince Harry rather than Anne, which added another layer of complexity to their strained relationship. During the 1980s, while Anne was tirelessly engaging in royal duties and making numerous public appearances, Diana was stealing the limelight with her pregnancy and the birth of her children. Clearly, the press's obsession with Diana created a sense of overshadowing that Anne found frustrating. When Anne learned of Prince William's birth from a journalist and responded with a mere, "Oh good," the media seized the opportunity and branded her as a sourpuss. Although Diana tried to settle their tensions by noting Anne's hard work for the Save the Children Fund, their differences were never settled. Diana even expressed regret for missing Prince Harry's christening, a gesture that seemed to bridge some gaps but didn't fully mend their relationship. After Diana's tragic death in 1997, Anne reportedly felt regretful for not fully understanding the extent of Diana's struggles within royal life. While some saw the rift as a clash of personalities like Cherie Blair, for others, it was a deeper disconnection between two very different approaches to royal life. Besides Diana, Sarah Ferguson also experienced Princess Anne's cold personality. Sarah Ferguson. She has always been a breath of fresh air among the traditionalist British royals. Born in 1959, she gained global attention as the lively and unpredictable wife of Prince Andrew, Queen Elizabeth II's second son, and the younger brother of King Charles III. Interestingly, Sarah's family tree is quite the royal mix, with roots tracing back to King Charles II through his illegitimate children. When Sarah married Prince Andrew in 1986, she was given the title of Duchess of York. Shortly after, the couple welcomed their two daughters, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie. Their marriage initially seemed like a fairy tale, but behind the scenes, the dynamic between Sarah and other members of the royal family, especially Princess Anne, was anything but harmonious. Just like Diana, Sarah's more playful and media-savvy nature often clashed with Anne's traditional approach. Actually, Anne found Sarah's open and sometimes controversial style to be at odds with the reserved image she preferred of the royal family. Anne even expressed her frustration in the media, saying that she never gets the media attention despite working day and night, and no one acknowledges her efforts. As if this wasn't enough, the clash was further elevated by Sarah's frequent tabloid troubles and financial woes. The tension between Anne and Sarah became even more evident as Sarah's marriage to Prince Andrew began to falter. Despite their initial public charm, Sarah and Andrew struggled with their relationship, spending only about 40 days a year together in the first 5 years of their marriage. The strain was further highlighted by Sarah's friendship with American millionaire Steve Wyatt and her separation from Andrew in January 1992, officially declared in March of that year. In August 1992, Sarah faced a major scandal when the Daily Mirror published compromising photographs of her with American financier John Bryan. This scandal not only damaged her reputation, but also further alienated her from the royal family. Despite the French magazine Paris Match paying damages for publishing the photos, the public mockery and fallout were immense. By April 1996, Sarah and Andrew had finalized their divorce. Post-divorce, Sarah struggled financially, but eventually secured a significant settlement, including cash and allowances. It was revealed that she received £500,000 from the Queen to purchase a home for herself and the children, and a monthly allowance that was estimated to be £500,000 by 2010. Despite their split, Sarah and Andrew have maintained a unique relationship, often appearing together at family events and continuing to live in close proximity. After the divorce, Sarah reinvented herself as a charitable figure, author, and public speaker. She has worked hard to establish her own identity while maintaining ties to the royal family. Now, if you think that Princess Anne only has a rift with the royals, we're here to break your bubble. The next one will definitely shock you. Donald Trump. The interaction between Princess Anne and President Donald Trump at the NATO summit reception in December 2019 is a prime example of how a seemingly small moment can capture widespread attention. During the event, which was hosted by Queen Elizabeth II to celebrate NATO's 70th anniversary, Anne's brief encounter with the Trumps grabbed significant media and public interest. As the formal greetings took place, Anne was positioned a short distance from the receiving line. When Queen Elizabeth glanced toward Anne and seemingly encouraged her to join, Anne responded with a casual shrug and a smile. She then made a lighthearted gesture, seemingly indicating that she was just one among many dignitaries. This seemingly casual moment quickly became a focal point of discussion on social media and in the press. Many viewers interpreted Anne's shrug and demeanor as a subtle critique of the formality of the event, or even a personal comment on President Trump. The video went viral, with numerous memes and commentary portraying Anne as a refreshing figure who broke away from the often rigid royal protocol with her straightforward and relatable behavior. However, it seems that the interpretation of the video was quite misleading. Laura Stone from the Press Association clarified that Princess Anne's comment, "It's just me," was not intended as a critique of Trump, but rather a lighthearted acknowledgement that he was the last guest to be greeted. The real story, as revealed by insiders, was that Anne's comment and laughter were simply reflective of the situation's lighthearted nature. She was reacting to the end of the greeting line with humor, not disrespect. Now here's the moment that we all have been waiting for. The one person who surprisingly entwined with Princess Anne, Camilla, the Queen Consort. During the 1970s, Princess Anne's romance with Andrew Parker Bowles, who ended up marrying Camilla, sparked a complex network of relationships that would affect the royal family for years to come. Though Anne and Andrew's relationship came to an end when he got back together with Camilla, people kept talking about Anne's possible feelings for him. These rumors, along with Andrew's Catholic background, which played a big role in any potential royal match, made things even more tricky. Camilla's subsequent marriage to Charles in 2005 and her new role as the Duchess of Cornwall put her in a prominent position within the royal family. From the start, things were tense and complicated between her and Princess Anne given their history. Some insiders say that Anne made a remark about Camilla's position during a coronation dinner, saying that no matter the royal titles, the general public would never accept her as a real queen. So yeah, Anne had never fully accepted Camilla, and some bad blood has always remained between the two. You see, the royals have always given a tough time to new members of the family, and you can guess that the matters can worsen when there's some personal baggage involved. As Camilla grew into her role alongside King Charles, their relationship demonstrated a gradual shift towards greater understanding and respect. Observers have noted that the earlier public conflicts have diminished, and the relationship between Anne and Camilla has shown signs of improvement. The journey of Princess Anne and Camilla, from past romantic entanglements to a more cooperative relationship, truly shows the complexities and evolving nature of royal interactions. Thanks for watching the video. Which of these Princess Anne's clashes did you find most intriguing? Let us know in the comments below. If you liked the video, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more entertaining videos like this. See you in the next one.